Hello, welcome to 90 Plus Tactics once again with Saint Gyampoh. Charlie, UEFA Champions League, you know. Dramatical. Charlie, I no go lie you, and I'll not lie to you. It is one of the best tournaments in the world. We know it. See, after the World Cup, I think the Champions League, I'll put the Champions League there because God, action. See, these 4 teams who played in the semi-final have served as good action. Proper football. Hey, on Tuesday, the game between Barcelona and Inter Milan served as proper football. You saw it. Yesterday, between Arsenal and PSG, we also saw good football between 2 teams that have gotten to the high level of European football. And kudos to the teams. You know Langabell. Yeah, Langabell, that short man, I have respect for him. Shout out to Langabell. That man, they give the Black Star Jama vibe, you know. You see that man? He do some this one. He say, "We never say never no." But ta switch. Now they tell my boys, Charlie, the boys laughs, Charlie. We never say never no. Ta switch. At the end of the Inter Milan have qualified. Yes, on Tuesday, Inter Milan played Barcelona and the Giuseppe Meazza, and it ended 4-3 in favor of Inter Milan. The game was a very cagey game. You could see, after the second half, fatigue in the game. Charlie, it was very intense. And I like the fact that the 2 teams capitalized on the weaknesses of each other, went at each other in certain moments and spells. And in all, it was a very nice game to watch. Now, there's 2 things about the managers I want to mention out. I wasn't happy about, and I was very critical about it. Barcelona fans have every right to call out Hansi Flick for conceding that third goal. The goal that Achebi scored in the 90 plus 4 minutes, the 94th minute, sorry. Barcelona fans have, I think Barcelona, what would Hansi Flick lose if he tells the Barcelona players at that moment to sit back, go pragmatic for that 5 minutes more? Oh, Hansi Flick. I think Hansi Flick should have instructed his players to sit back for that 5 minutes and Barca should see the game off. I think it was poor in-game management by Hansi Flick. Also for Simeone Inzaghi. Those 2 goals considered by Inter Milan, or even the 3 goals considered by Inter Milan in the second half, I think it was poor by Inzaghi. In fact, that time I was fuming because Inzaghi was trying to disappoint the against boys. When Barca conceded the first goal, when they get the ball, like, they want to still make the game chaotic. Meanwhile, Barca were bringing it, and Barcelona were like, since you want us to be chaotic, bring it on. And Barcelona matched them, scored the second goal, went on to score the 3rd goal. The game was growing. I thought Barcelona had won the game till Achebi, at 37 years old. You know this man, Charlie. I give him, like, he's 37 years old, yet still he runs like a young man. And I think Achebi deserves a thumbs up for that. He was very good. When he checked the trajectory of his career, he has gotten to a certain level where football has to reward him. And he's played very well for Inter Milan this season. For him as a centre-back to bench Stefan de Vrij means a lot. You understand me? So I think the 2 teams were good. Going into extra time, I predicted in the other video, the preview of this Inter Milan-Barcelona game, that Inter Milan will go into extra time with Barcelona and will win. Jan Sommer will be a busy goalkeeper. And let's give him the thumbs up. Jan Sommer, the man of the match on the day. Jan Sommer was very good. In fact, he was busy. Boy, if you know him, like Lamine Yamal get like some 3-4 goals view. The man was very good in the game. And I think I'll give you the thumbs up to Jan Sommer. You know, Inter Milan played the extra time very well. It went in their favor because they defended. You see, the introduction of Stefan de Vrij in the extra time, no, was something Inter did defensively. That was very solid for them, and he played in their favor. I'll give the thumbs up to him. For Barcelona, I think Barcelona have a very bright future. When you check these young boys, the likes of Pedri, Lamine Yamal, Dani Olmo, these are young players who want to achieve things in their career. This is not the end for them. If they are able to continue what they did last season, I think if they're able to continue what they did last season, I think that they will play very well. In fact, they will win the Champions League. I envisage them that in the next 2-3 years. If they can keep this level, Hansi Flick can keep this team, improve them, let their finishing improve, because certainly Barcelona, I have told you, they are their own nemesis. They miss a lot of chances. And it showed in this game. Jan Sommer was very good denying them. Congrats to Inter Milan for qualifying to the finals. They've been very solid defensively. But Barcelona has shown a certain side of Inter Milan, that if you're a team and you can keep your guard and create opportunities, you carve Inter open and be clinical, big man, you beat them good. Mark my words. In this final where PSG will play Barcelona, if PSG can bring their A game, carve Inter open, the likes of Dembele, Goncalo Ramos, Kivicha Kvaratskhelia, Desire Du and Bakola will be clinical. Big man, they will beat Inter Milan. Because Barcelona showed us that though Inter Milan considered only 5 goals before they met Barcelona, big man, senior, Barcelona has shown at a different level that Inter Milan can concede a lot of goals. So let's see how it will play out in the final. Congrats to the two teams. They were very good in the semi-final. I think defensively they had issues, but going forward they were very good. Thumbs up to some players in the game. Jan Sommer, the man of the match, well deserved. Denzel Dumfries. Now people say he owns Barcelona. Oh Charlie, 5 goal contributions. In the history of the Champions League, players who have played semi-final, 2 leg ties in the semi-finals, that's home and away in the semi-finals, who have most goals contributions, it's him. Then followed by Karim Benzema. So Denzel Dumfries has 5 goal contributions, 2 goals, 3 assists. Lautaro Martinez was good in the first half till Inzaghi took him off. His fitness was questionable a little. Marcos Thuram of Inter Milan, I'll give him a thumbs up. He was good. In the middle of the park, Barella also shocked me on the day, because Barella couldn't play the kind of Barella football I expected. The guy who came to score the last goal, it was Davide Fratesi. He also needs a thumbs up. Acerbi, of course. On the side of Barcelona, Lamine Yamal, this guy, he did it to DiMarco. He did it to Carlos Augusto. See, Bastoni dems all they take. And I think Lamine Yamal was very good. Let's give him a thumbs up. He played very well. Pedro was also good in the game. He had 8.0 rating by SofaScore. He was good. Dani Olmo showed us some spells of what he could do. And then one guy, Gerard Martin, before I forget. This guy, Barca people single him out. But he's been very, very good. Gerard Martin played very well. He shocked Hansi Flick. I think they have performed. Now to yesterday, the game between Paris Saint-Germain and Arsenal. As Arsenal traveled to France to face off with PSG at the Parc des Princes. What a game! You see, it gets to a certain level where some players need to own up or take responsibility so that they'll send a team to the different level. That is what the PSG players did. And it worked perfectly for them. Arsenal also tried to take those moments into consideration. But Boga, only Penyimba but we DM. Paris Saint-Germain. See, their football is nice. What Luis Enrique has done with PSG is something it's too I think about it and I'm like, can it be compared to the 2015 treble winning Barcelona team where he took the likes of Neymar, Luis Suarez, Messi, Rakitic, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Piqué, Mascherano and those guys? When Ter Stegen was fresh in Barcelona, that's 2015. Can we compare the PSG team to it? Quality wise, it may not be so, but they are playing very good football. And I like the fact that Luis Enrique plays the players to the best of their abilities. Let's be wrong. You see, anytime PSG have the ball, they make sure that they move the ball in a particular way so that their wingers will be isolated. Their wingers will be isolated 1v1. So anytime you see Kvaratskhelia 1v1 against Timber, and you don't say Kvaratskhelia, no, you not be the Vinicius by getting ties, no Kumo, Debbie, say yeah, Jibon, no, he go dribble you. See the Neymar guy, that's Desire Du. You see, when they get to 1v1, see Dembele 1v1, Bakola 1v1, he will take you on and create a chance. That is one thing Luis Enrique has done. Back in the game, he went for Donnarumma in post. At right back was Hakimi Ashraf. See, I'm passing a controversy. You can put it in the comment section. You can decide to put it in the comment section. I think this season, no right back in Europe has played better than Hakimi Ashraf. The numbers show. You may have your different view, but let's compare. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James, Kyle Walker, Juice Kounde, all those guys. Juice Kounde has been very good. I'll not lie about it. But I think amongst them all, the best right back this season is Hakimi Ashraf. Yesterday's game was not the only testament to that. You can watch him in previous games, even in the French League. Check his numbers. A right back who appears in a box to score a goal and still runs to right back to defend. Oh my goodness. Yesterday in the first half, Hakimi struggled a bit, but he grew as the game went on. Momentum came on his side and he played very well. The man of the match he received was well deserved. At left back was Nuno Mendes. You see, these fullbacks, in the other, my preview, I told you that one of those guys, Nuno Mendes or Hakimi Ashraf, one of them will score. You see, these are, Charlie, these fullbacks, what Luis Enrique is doing is so wild. Hey! Oh my goodness. So PSG in the game, at centre back, they played Marquinhos and Pacho. In the middle of the pack, Vitinha, João Neves and Fabian Ruiz. At the front, it was Desiree Doué as the first line. On the left was Kivicha Kvaratskhelia and Barcola on the right. They played very well. Yeah, see, those three guys in the middle for PSG. You physically too. Someone must say, they are not physical enough. And then you're only for more head. Yesterday in the second half, as they come the second half, Arsenal hit one long ball to Merino. Go and watch that part again. Around the 46th minute to the 50th minute. João Neves, that 5'4" guy, that short guy, he went into the air and won the ball over Merino. It wasn't like Merino didn't jump. The guy is purposeful. You see, these three midfielders, they are ballers. Fabian Ruiz is not your fastest midfielder. He's not the quickest. But he covers spaces very well. He defends very well. He reads the game very well. He knows when to attack. He knows when to defend. Sometimes when João Neves and Vitinha step forward, he step back for them, checks the channel, picks the pocket of spaces and defends for them. Vitinha, yesterday he missed the penalty by Boga Yankanokre. The guy know the ball play, papa. Hey! Then Kivicha Kvaratskhelia, Kvaradona, you see, my man that too. That guy, Kivicha Kvaratskhelia. Bopa. Boom. No wonder he was in the UCL team of the week because he played very well. Barcola missed a couple of chances. Desiree Doué, I didn't see his top-notch game, but at least it was good. Gianluigi Donnarumma. Charlie, you see, in the Champions League, go and check the last 5 winners of the Champions League. Where Real Madrid have triumphed twice. Thibaut Courtois. That game against Manchester City at the Bernabeu. In the final against Liverpool, go and check. Same for last season when they were winning it against Dortmund. The series the guy was pulling Thibaut Courtois in the final. So if you get to that level, you need a very top goalkeeper, or your goalkeeper should take responsibility at that moment. And Donnarumma over the 2 legs against Arsenal has shown that yes, he can take PSG to the promised land. Oh my goodness. PSG were very good. Very, very, very good. In fact, I'll give them a thumbs up. On the side of Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, in fact, I didn't think he would take that risk by going very intense in the first 10-20 minutes. I didn't think he would take that risk. I thought Arsenal would be consecutive a bit. But Mikel Arteta took the risk. Arsenal were, in fact, in the first 10-20 minutes, they came at PSG. Hey! This is what we call intent. Proper intent. Intent to do something. Intent to achieve results. But it didn't go in their way because they were not clinical. No, let's give it to Donnarumma. He was good. You see that Odegaard ball he saved. That Martinelli ball he saved. Hey! You see the Saka, this one. Keller over him. Still, he forced to save the ball. I think Donnarumma was too good. Arsenal on the side. David Raya imposed. Yesterday, he was good. He saved the penalty. Over the 2 legs, I think his performance has not been so bad. He's been quite good. He played Mikel Merino as the first 9. Saka had his goal. He was good in the game. Martinelli in the first half was playing well until the second half went off. Trossard came to serve him off. He played Thomas Partey. The Thomas Partey effect didn't really show. Now there were things that Arteta wanted to capitalize on, but the challenge Luis Enrique learned. So I just knew Mikel Arteta can't outcoach Luis Enrique. Anytime Arsenal had a throw-in in the final third of Paris Saint-Germain, do you know what they do? Partey picks up the ball. This thing. Then the other guys they complain. Hey, but Arteta should be careful. You can't be using Partey for this thing, please. Arteta. Partey he be baller. Make Partey ball. They beg you. Anytime Arsenal picks up, it was a plan. If it had worked, we would have been congratulating them. But since it didn't work, we will talk. Partey picks up the ball, goes back and throws a long throw. Yes, it was not working. Arsenal were still trying. Arsenal wanted to capitalize on the set piece, but in fact, all the same, Arsenal have played well. I think they should bounce back next season. I don't think it's possible to win the Champions League with Mikel Arteta, but let's see. Everything can happen. It's football. Arsenal have been good. Now, when you check the stats here, PSG are doing something quite well. I think in the final, if they go to the final, they will win. I'm predicting they will win against Inter Milan because they've gone through a lot of stress. So yes, Inter Milan have met Barcelona, and Barcelona have given them a proper contest. But look at PSG. They beat Man City at the Parc des Princes. They lost to Liverpool at Parc des Princes and came to the whole Anfield. But I mean, I see Man U play for Anfield before. First 15 minutes, 3-0. Game. They came to beat Liverpool and Anfield. See, they beat Liverpool in regulation time, went to extra time, went to penalties, and they showed their prowess. You see the Villa game at the Villa Park. PSG were good. Though they lost the game, they've eliminated this 3 English club. And they play it on us now. Now, what is quite very, very one thing to back what I'm saying is this is Liverpool are Premier League champions. Arsenal are second on the league log. City are third on the league log. This team, Aston Villa, are fighting for Champions League spots. So these are teams playing in the Champions League. Yes, so they've been dominated in the Champions League. And one guy to play it, I like the fact that he's the one on the pitch and behind the start. It's Hakimi Ashraf. PSG, I think they'll win the Champions League. This is their time. Because the Luis Enrique is their manager. Good. Paris Saint-Germain. Good to them. For Barcelona and Arsenal, they should go and I don't know if you go find some 3rd and 4th V play for them there. Yeah, UEFA beg. The way Barcelona and Arsenal fans they cry, pay some 3rd and 4th V for them, make them go cry small. Charlie, Champions League herself has good football. In June, I think the early part of June or beginning of May, at the end of May, sorry. That's when the Champions League final will play at the Allianz Arena, the Bayern Munich Stadium, yes. Between Inter Milan and Paris Saint-Germain. As the day draw nigh for the final, we will bring you a preview of that. A tactical analysis of that. You get me? We are going to break it down and make sure that everything goes well for the final. You always know. This is the usual tactical breakdown, statistical breakdown of the Champions League games and the finest football games in Europe. With St. Gyampoh. This is 90 plus tactics. Adios.
What's